So once you made the decision to avoid chemo and to overdose on nutrition, as you put it, you told your family. What was their reaction like?
Well, they weren't comfortable with it. You know, they thought I was being stubborn and hard-headed and foolish. My mom was a big supporter of me. My mom's always been into health food. She's always been sort of a health junkie. And so she was a huge, huge ally for me at that time. And I love my wife. We're still married. We've been together 18 years. But she was terrified.
Congratulations.
Thank you. She didn't know what to do. She didn't know how to help me. And she really thought I was making a mistake, and a lot of other people did too. But I had to trust that God was leading me, that He had answered my prayer, and if so, that I could trust that that was the route that would lead me ultimately to health. So I had very little support, and I was very much alone in the beginning. But what's neat is my mom had a bunch of books about alternative cancer therapy and a bunch of books about health and stuff written by Paul Bragg and all kinds of these just great health books that she had collected over the years for no real reason. And as soon as I started reading and researching and found out about, different authors and books and health leaders and experts, and I would mention them to her, she'd say, "Oh, I have that book." And I'm like, "You've got this library of books, like for me, Yeah. There was no other reason. She was like saving them up for me and didn't realize it.
She was collecting them for you over the years and didn't know what the purpose was until now.
Yeah. And it was stuff, obviously she was interested in them, but she had saved them all. And so that was amazing. I mean, I just knew God was in control. I knew He was working. And so what did my diet look like? It was very simple, and I think a hardcore nutritional approach to cancer needs to be very simple because there are a lot of options out there. It can get very complicated, and a lot of people they're seeing so many different directions they don't even know where to go, and they get paralyzed. And so I realized, okay, what is the most fundamental, foundational part of my healing approach, and that's food. I've got to get as much nutrition in my body as I can from the earth. And so I started juicing, and I drank about 64 ounces of vegetable juice every day, mostly carrot juice. I ate giant salads full of cruciferous and allium vegetables. That's broccoli, cauliflower, kale, cabbage, onions, garlic, peppers, right? Just spinach, all that good stuff.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
Making me
just
hungry.
the amazing giant salad. We shared one at Jason's Deli recently. Yeah, just a giant salad full of like all this really amazing food from the earth that was put here for us. And I ate that twice a day. And then I would make fruit smoothies with a fresh coconut and berries, 2 cups of blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, strawberries. Berries are very potent anti-cancer fruits. And that was it. That was the daily diet. And it was every day, and I did that for 90 days. It was 100% raw food for 90 days. I was working with a naturopath, and he checked my blood work and my urine and my hair samples and all kinds of stuff. And he helped me modify the diet. He had me on different supplements that he thought would help boost my immune system, help deal with any parasites, or help detoxify, just sort of address those things that are common to a lot of cancer patients. Cancer is the product of a sick body. You're sick, you have cancer because you're sick, not the other way around. Right?
So cancer is really the symptom.
Cancer is the symptom of a sick body. And you cannot cut a tumor off or shrink a tumor or poison a tumor and expect to stay well and stay healthy because you're not addressing the real problem, you're only addressing the symptom. And it's like cutting off your nose to get rid of a cold. It doesn't solve the real underlying problem.
I've not heard that before, but it makes sense.
It's because I made it up.
You got a runny nose, so you cut it off.